Happy Friday, beautiful souls, and welcome to Spiritually Her. This is your safe space to explore the magic of inner work, grow your confidence, and embrace your self worth as the ultimate superpower. I'm Terrika-Surrenity, your host and guide on this transformative journey. Here, we're breaking barriers, we're rewriting our stories, and stepping fully into that girl energy together. So grab your favorite drink, let's settle in, and let's vibe. Your next level starts right now. Happy Friday, spiritual besties. I'm so happy that we are back together again after that little few week hiatus or whatever. But listen, we're here. We are back again. Back again. And also, I got some good news. All right. I need you guys to make sure you're seated, you're feeling good, you're grounded right now. Because guess who made Feed Spot's top 30 That Girl podcast list? And you're right. Spiritually her. Like we did it. Mama made it. Listen, guys, not only did we make the top 30s list, we were number 3 on that list. I mean, talk to me nicely. Like, I'm feeling very proud of myself and also so appreciative of you guys for tuning in, sharing the podcast, downloading, listening, reviewing, all of the things, and coming in every Friday. And we're all learning, growing, and doing this together. Because I take me sitting behind this mic very seriously, unlike some people. All right. I understand that with this mic comes influence, comes a responsibility. And my whole mission, motto, drive, and my why is to have and to help and to build a community of women who are ready to be the best version of themselves. And with that comes self awareness, accountability, comes confidence, comes vulnerability, comes preparedness, but then also comes that reflection in that mirror so that we can all be mirrors to each other and each one spark one. And when I say each one spark one, means that as I am inspired, I'm hoping I am inspiring other women, other people, anyone, children, men, women, boys, girls. As I walk my path, I am hoping and I am praying and manifesting and all the things, speaking it into existence, that it sparks something beautiful inside of you, and that you may also do the same to others. So that's crazy. It sounds like a whole acceptance speech, okay? Like I just won an award. Okay, we're going to speak that into existence too. All right, mark your calendars. I said this on February the 27th. Yeah. But that was the news that I needed to hear, especially after the hiatus that I took from the podcast to just really get things in order. And when we're talking about order, I realized something about myself, talking about self awareness, right? that my brain does not operate in straight lines. It doesn't operate like other people's brain do. Granted, not new news because I do have ADHD. So the neurodivergency within itself is ringing a bell right now, okay? The call is coming from inside the house. But sometimes, even knowing that I'm neurodivergent, I got a late diagnosis. So the old version of myself without a diagnosis just felt all this time that, I was just trying to maneuver like everyone else. And now I'm in this space of just like, yeah, my brain is just not wired that way. And I know I'm not the only person who is going through this, okay? At all. I've learned that there is this thing called interest based nervous system, okay? So some of us don't operate based on like importance of things. Sometimes we just operate based on interest. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example or just ask you a question really. Have you ever like pushed off a task that could take you maybe like 10 minutes and you've pushed that task to the side for 3 fucking days? But if it's something that sparks your interest, you can doom scroll or literally go down a whole rabbit hole researching something random as fuck for hours. Okay? Yeah, it's that interest based nervous system. And I really was having a tough time understanding that. It's like I knew it, like I'm aware of myself, but like ugh. Because honestly, bringing it back to me, let my Leo sun come out. But it's like, okay, I could have a business idea and I could wake up in the middle of the night and have so much energy and I could, um, let's say, get my LLC, do a logo, do the brand, create products, everything. I can do all that in a matter of like 6 hours, but getting the fucking clothes from the dryer, bruh, and folding them seems like, what the fuck? That, that is what I mean. Like, I can't be the only one. I cannot. I feel like as women, we have so many things on our list that we need to do or want to do and everything, or so a lot of the stuff that we don't even have to do, things that we just feel obligated to do. But that list is long. Whether you have children, pets, family, whatever, or just yourself, that list, that to do list is long. And understanding that sometimes the things on the list may be things that really may not be as important to you, but it's that negative voice that may be inside your head like, oh, well, if you don't fold your clothes today, that makes you an unclean person. Or if you don't do this way, then this is this, whatever it is. Because I know for me, I sometimes hear my mom in the back of my head saying certain things like, girl, get it together. But it's it's like I thought that for a long time, me being wired like this, that it meant that I lacked some type of discipline. But I had the understanding, the aha moment, the epiphany that I just operate differently. And you know what? That is okay. That is okay. I now understand it that It is an interest based nervous system that I have. Now, and then that brought me to purpose versus the process. It's not like I struggle with the purpose. And I'm just going to bring it to everybody so everyone can resonate. It's like you have the purpose, you have the talent, you have this drive, the tenacity to do this thing that you know you are created to do. But you may struggle with the process. And I had to break this down because what brought me to this purpose versus process was that I saw this TikTok video of this girl saying she saw a bird and then she saw the plane and she had to create the differences of the two. Like this bird was born with a purpose to fly, right? And this plane was manufactured. It was created, you know what I'm saying, to fly, but it wasn't, it didn't, I don't really know how she put it, honestly. She did it way better than me, okay? But it was created. It was created to fly. It wasn't born already with this purpose, with this life path or anything. It was something that was created by a person whose purpose that was, right? And so I had to sit with it like, oh, well, I'm like a bird. I'm meant to create. I'm meant to nurture. I'm meant to help. I'm meant to do these sorts of things. But then also, Spirit said to me that, yeah, you are the bird and you are meant to fly. However, that bird also has to learn how to build its nest. That bird also has to know how to feed itself. That bird also has to go through other processes as a daily execution. And I had to sit with that download and I was like, damn, you know what? Spirit, you're right. Purpose is the vision. It's like I see it, I know what I'm supposed to do, but it's like the process. That is what you are doing daily and you have to execute daily. And the thing is that if the process doesn't match your wiring, you'll sabotage it. And we have to work to make sure we are not sabotaging the purpose because of the process. So if there's something that, anyone is doing and they're like, oh my God, I don't like this process. Oh, I just want to quit. This is not my purpose. But the thing is, it's like, hey, you don't quit because you don't care. You quit because the container starts to feel like a cage to you. In all honesty, it's just like, okay, I just want to be free. I want to be free to live this purpose, but damn, the process may feel like you are encaged. And when you are encaged, it's like all of these different triggers start to happen, all of these different processes and thoughts that make you feel like you are not on the right path, that you are not in alignment. And then you start making these big leaps of sometimes they're of leaps of faith, and sometimes they're leaps that are made too soon. When you might need that process to build the version of yourself that is meant to withstand and uphold that purpose. And just to be vulnerable with you guys, like I've realized that I mask. I try to look structured. I try to look consistent. I try to look like I have it all together. But the truth is, like, sometimes I am so overwhelmed. Sometimes I avoid things, avoid deadlines. Sometimes I overthink simple fucking tasks. And instead of giving myself compassion, I judge myself. I judge myself for feeling overwhelmed, for avoiding things, or just even overthinking everything. Granted, we have a million and one thoughts that happen to flow through our brains. Like I said, that to do list, other interests that peep in inside of there, but sometimes we lack giving ourselves the compassion. Me, myself, I can say that especially as a black woman. Even if you are not a black woman and you are a person of color, or you are just, you're Caucasian or European or whatever you are. I can only speak from myself and my experience, especially as a black woman, you're expected to handle it. So then you start to internalize the struggle instead of just exploring difference. Well, why am I getting so overwhelmed? Or let me explore this instead of beating myself up. How many of us were called gifted but easily distracted, or you're smart but like you don't focus enough? Like, I can hear my teachers so vividly right now. You're creative but you're inconsistent. Inconsistent. But here is the moment where I had to stop hearing those words of she's inconsistent, she's all over the place, she's unorthodox, and start to fully understand myself. What if I'm not broken? What if I just need systems that honor how I function? And that's why this podcast is so important to me. This community, this connection that I am having with you guys get the rawest version of myself. And you guys accept it. Because I think us as women, we try to look put together. We walk as if everything is okay. We have been told head up, shoulders, shoulders pushed back, like walk gracefully, do this. But sometimes it's like I'm overwhelmed with it all. Overwhelmed with it all. Sometimes it's hard to balance 12 different titles, four different people, different scenarios, how many different bills. Like, it is sometimes hard. But the important part is just finding those systems that honor how you function. So it may look like, okay, I need flexibility within structure. I need grace on days where I have low dopamine. And sometimes that grace comes from giving yourself grace, having conversations with the people that are within your corner, your circle. Like, hey, I have to be open and I have to be vulnerable with you in this moment. Like, it's days where I just need to just not. I just need to just be. I don't want to feel like I have to deserve a minute to breathe, to process. I'm already granted that. What if it is meant for you to build your business around your nervous system, not to punish your nervous system, not to punish yourself? I feel like we have been so accustomed to the 40-hour weeks that some people work, that 9 to 5, the only earning your weekends, earning time off. I feel like we're so drilled into that that it is fucking up our nervous system and realizing that we are not machines. We are human beings. We are spiritual beings with goals, purposes, passions, love, emotions, anger, sadness. Like, there's so many different things that make us who we are. What if it takes us to not try to rewire who we are, but embrace who we are and build systems based off of that? All right? I feel like that's real boss bitch energy, if you ask me, because it's self awareness. So, even if you're not neurodivergent, okay, maybe have you ever tried to like copy someone else's routine and felt like, oh my God, okay, like that just doesn't fit? Maybe you have friends who are stay-at-home moms and you may work, but you may see like, oh, she cooks a lot. Wow, her husband seems happier, or this. Maybe I need to implement this. Maybe I, whatever it is, create systems that benefit you. Maybe you're not meant to wake up at 5 a.m. just because someone told you to wake up at 5 a.m. to meditate. Maybe you're meant to meditate at 9 p.m. It's your world. Okay? We have free will. Maybe listening to someone is telling you, okay, if you do content, you need to post every day. You need to do this every day, da 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 da, and be a freaking machine. Maybe that's not for you. Certain things are not meant to fit you. Forcing discipline that feels disconnected from your spirit is not helping. It might get you a little momentum, but one thing I will say, it will burn you out. Understanding that alignment, it isn't about like doing more things. It's about doing it your way. That fits you. So I had to really talk to me for this hiatus and really understanding what my body feels like when my nervous system is calm. Oh, it's a beautiful feeling. This Valentine's Day weekend that passed, my nervous system has never felt that way before. I can't even remember the last time I felt that way. Of waking up, having free will, and being at peace and being able to do things with ease. I'm not rushing to wash the dishes. I have to do this, I have to do that. Like, we are always in so much of a rush to do something because it's always a deadline. We always have 1,000 things to do. But what happens when you just stop and you just be and you just flow? So I had to tell myself, maybe my brain doesn't do straight lines. Maybe it goes in spirals. Maybe it does bursts of energy, or it does waves. And maybe, just maybe, that's not chaotic. Maybe that's creativity. And maybe just that is what makes me a beautiful creator. So instead of fixing myself, I'm building around myself. And I want you guys to do the same. Uh, I feel like we're going to leave that there. Mm, that was needed. It was definitely needed for me. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this message resonated with you guys. I love you. And I will see you guys next fucking Friday. Love you. I mean it. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Spiritually Her. I hope you felt inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next step on your journey. If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's keep the conversation going. You can connect with me on TikTok at Serenity101. That's SURRENITY 101. And on Instagram at spiritually.her. I love to hear your thoughts, breakthroughs, or even what topics you want to dive into next. Until next time, remember, your power is already within you. Keep shining and simply stay spiritually her. Bye!